Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So in honor of the Notre Dame Cathedral blowing up...
Oh, for fuck's
pronounced
sake.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame Cathedral. Don't worry, no football players were harmed. What would you save if the SCP Foundation was burning down? What would you save? What would you firemen carry out? Yeah.
Slinky Man.
Slinky Man can slink his way out. So I'm not too worried about him. I would save the pizza box that generates your favorite pizza.
Interesting. I would probably, if I had to choose, I would probably save SCP-173 just for the historical value.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like the most famous one, you know? Like, with the cathedral, you know, you're bringing out like the crown of thorns, you're bringing out the Technicolor Dreamcoat, you know, they're carrying out like, I don't know, Judas Priest album, I don't know. So yeah, I would want to save something with the most historical relevance. I probably would go with one of the first SCPs, probably the first, 173.
Well, that's already a piece of art, so...
Yeah, well there you go.
By Izumi Koto.
Yeah. And all the D class, I would lock them in.
So nothing would really change for them.
Yeah. All right. So to be clear, Slinky Man and a pizza box. That's what you want to contribute to history and to society.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Slinky Man is pretty great.
Now, would you tell anybody that you had Slinky Man and the pizza box, or would you just keep them for yourselves?
Well, I would set Slinky Man
and the
free.
pizza box.
Ooh.
I would set him free, and I would keep the pizza box under wraps.
If you set free a domesticated Slinky Man, it's going to starve to death out there on its own in the wilderness. Come on.
No, it knows how to hunt. It'll remember. So you just give the Slinky Man the pizza box, and then it'll be able to generate an endless amount of pizza made of dead children.
Yeah. Now, I think we just stumbled on a new idea for maybe a pizza delivery service. Slinky Man to your door. He just comes cartwheeling by, flings a pizza through your window, you know?
I've played that video game.
Pizza Boy?
Yeah.
Wait, Pizza Boy, is that the old arcade game?
That's Paperboy.
Oh.
But, wait, actually, no, there's a... What's that arcade game where you're on a scooter or a moped or something, you're delivering pizzas?
Oh, Rampage.
Oh, yeah. No, totally. There is that game.
Or Barbie Horse Adventure?
Barbie Scooter Adventure? Okay, so My Little Scooter...
That's what I need. They need the Barbie game where you're a delivery girl. Because, like, you know, traditionally it's always the men who get to deliver the pizza, but now the women get the privilege of delivering pizza.
Yeah.
The noble profession of pizza delivery.
Shatter that glass floor. We need Barbie as a sewer worker.
Shatter
rig
the cardboard. Shatter the cardboard ceiling.
Cardboard ceiling. God damn it.
The greasy.
That's what she needs to do, is just get it real greasy. Then it's easier to shatter. It's more flimsy. See?
I see.
Where is Barbie working as a barista to pay off her mounting student debt video game? Where's that one?
And she's got like a little cup, and written on the side in marker is Con, K-O-N. It's like, no, that's Ken. All right, whatever.
Is there going to be like a Barbie adventure where it's like, learn to be an Instagram thought?
Learn to Twitch streamer Barbie comes with no top. Damn it. I choked on my own joke. So
tax evading Patreon page.
Patreon Barbie never updates.
Fire Festival Barbie.
Oh, God.
Get paid obscene amounts of money to send out a square and watch people have misfortune.
Oh, Nigerian scammer Barbie. What?
Nigerian scammer Barbie.
House arrest Barbie after tax evasion.
Do you think that would help us out if our thumbnail just had a giant orange square in it somewhere?
Yes.
Not anymore.
No.
All right. So what? Moving on. Barbie collector Barbie would be a good one. But moving on. What would you save from the RPC authority, if anything? Nothing, right? Let it all burn.
I'll tell you guys eventually. I read a story for my channel. Probably hasn't come out as of the time of this going out because I do stuff in advance. But it's an RPC entry called The Milkman, and it is fantastic. RPC 320, and it is unbelievable. It is basically, oh my god, it's Slender Man, but he's a milkman.
And he sleeps with your wife while you're out and brings
No. It's even better. I don't want to spoil all of it, but he has a special milk that he leaves out every 3 weeks.
Ew.
And the special milk does something unbelievably... It's hilarious and terrifying at the same time. Everyone should go check it out preemptively.
I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it without even reading it. It climbs up inside of you and becomes a baby after 9 months. Is that...
Does Slender Milkman leave milk cartons with the children he abducts his face on them?
Yes! I'm gonna say yes. I'm going to edit that into the article.
He delivers it, and the parent comes and picks it up. Wait, this is Billy. Billy's not missing. Wait, Billy? And he just drives off with the kid.
That's right.
Slender Milkman, RPC 320, does abduct people, but not... I'm not going to spoil it. I wouldn't do that to you.
Stroke victims.
Yes.
Yeah.
People drink the milk and they instantly have a stroke.
Yes. Oh,
RPC. Man. Okay, so we're reading 2 anomalous entries about censorship. We have RPC 753, which is entitled The Reverse Censor, and then we have SCP 1059, Infectious Censorship. So we're going to see what the mindset of the RPC Authority is on censorship versus the SCP Foundation.
So what you're saying is the RPC version is against censorship, and the SCP version is about mounting censorship. Okay. So let's get this Redactapalooza off and start up this fight. Are we going to decide who won again?
Yeah, we can do that. But first, we have to introduce our special guest for the day, Julian Assange. Come on out. Oh,
the hell is he?
Well, he was scheduled to be here, but I guess something happened.
I've heard he's flaky.
Yeah, last I heard, he actually got away from the police, but I heard that he was holed up in the Notre Dame Cathedral. Oh no!
Julian Assange, no! Don't go in.
He was
there.
one of the treasures they rescued, and they're taking everything out. Just Julian Assange in a box.
Julian Assange wearing the crown of thorns.
They'll never find me.
But yeah,
that Abysmii. That was an excellent Julian Assange impression.
Thank you. I'm working on it.
Register phenomenon code 753. Object class Alpha White. Oh, I'm an Alpha White object class. Hazard types. Ideological hazard.
God damn it.
Containment protocols. Outside scheduled experimentation times RPC-753 is kept in Storage Containment Unit C12 at Site 15. Staff with Level 2 clearance or greater are permitted access at any time.
Level 2 clearance, of course, being white. Oh, man.
Then we do have a picture of it, and it just looks like kind of like a DVD player thingy by Samsung.
Like a DVR machine or something?
Yeah, maybe.
It's obviously, very obviously, a Betamax player, but yeah.
No, it says Alpha White.
God damn it.
There's nothing beta about this piece of entry.
There's nothing beta about the RPC.
Description.
If you move your SCP entry over to the RPC, are you object-cucking the SCP or what?
Possibly.
Anomaly appropriating?
Anomaly cucking? Yeah.
We read an entry here that was taken from the SCP Foundation and moved over to the RPC Foundation, And it
But
seems
it was by
that
the same author.
it was by the same author, and they reworked it some. And according to like all the SCP people, they're like, no, the original is better, and the RPC people are like, no, the remake is way better. So that's like divided along ideological lines.
Description: RPC-753 is an electronic tuning device. Oh, tuning! Okay.
Oh!
Measuring 3.5 by 2.38 by 6 centimeters, visually indistinguishable from a Samsung SMT-H3362 cable box. It's a cable box.
Oh, yeah. I forgot those even fucking existed.
Same. It requires no power source and operates automatically when connected. The device generates no heat as it functions. Through the use of adapters, RPC-753 can be connected to devices such as computers or recording devices, with which a conventional Samsung SMT-H3362 cable box is not designed to operate. In this manner, changes made by RPC-753 may be recorded, streamed, or broadcast.
Huh. So this is yet another piece of technology Abysmii is going to spend close to $1,000 on. RPC-753, when connected to a television set or computer, will significantly alter the content of fictional films, TV shows, and online videos. Now, does that mean all of those have to be fictional, or is it fictional films and then just TV shows in general? And, I would assume they have to all be fictional?
I don't know.
It's got to be a fictional film,
Okay.
and by that they mean films that don't actually exist.
Oh, I thought they meant... Oh, go ahead.
Like the Eltnum JAV.
I thought they meant...
you didn't get that, but all the fighting game people did.
I thought they meant films like fictional films like Loose Change, but yeah. Online videos with the introduction of adult themes and content inappropriate for children.
Cool.
Content altered by RPC-753. This is stealing from me. It's just Sid from Lost Episodes. Content altered by RPC-753 is characterized by a destruction of narrative tropes.
Nope.
Application of realistic consequences. What do you mean, nope?
Deconstruction.
Oh,
of narrative
pardon me.
tropes.
Two totally different things, destruction and deconstruction.
Yes.
Application of realistic consequences to events and behaviors, and examination of implications underlying the narrative's departures from reality.
I think that's the only time I've heard someone else be told the very stern nope that I get whenever I get something wrong. When people are just very tersely like, nope, Brandon, you fucked up. No, reread it. Try again. So this pornifies non-pornographic things?
I would assume just any adult content. Maybe, but
That's a very broad definition too. Like, depends how old the kid is. Then what is that alters what is.
Oh, does it? Does it?
Uh-oh. It depends on the child. Thank you, Sargon.
Well, certain amounts of violence are okay for a 12-year-old, but
oh yeah, now you're talking my language. So you see, some children, they only understand a certain form of violence. Otherwise, they don't listen. You see, sometimes you got to clear their ears out. Sorry.
No. It's going on this episode.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, get out of here, Harvey Bickle.
I think he already left. He saw an ice cream truck driving by. He's going to just trip kids, But go ahead.
Could I hook this thing up to my internet and uncensor all the JAV?
Yes.
Awesome. I need this thing. Hey, RPC Foundation, if you like our content and you want to send me a Christmas gift, I'm sure you know my address.
Just make sure that you turn it off before you navigate to other pages, okay? Hey everybody, I'm gonna bra fist myself! Ha ha ha! Oh, that's not good.
Are we at RPC 753 when connected?
No.
Behavior
of characters in these narratives is stripped of idealized narrative conventions and presented more realistically, with an increase in strong language, violence, and sexual themes where these might naturally arise in realistic settings. So it's basically, you're watching whatever it is you're watching, and then the fan fiction comes in and fills the blanks.
See, I was going to say it's basically Dead Palette, in digital form because it just makes everything ashcan. But yeah,
it does. Too. Yeah. I was wondering if it'll cause people to like stumble over their words and do the ums and like make everything more naturalistic as well.
Yeah.
Does it ruin horror movies where there's a haunted house and 7 teenagers and they just look at each other and go, yeah, no, we're leaving, and then the movie ends?
Or conversely, there's 7 teenagers, they go in there, they have a gangbang as you're one to do in a slasher movie, and then no one kills them. No one kills them.
That's almost a B movie I've heard of, but close.
What happens is 7 teenagers go into a haunted, spooky house and have a gangbang. And then you see, like, the screen goes black and it just has white text and it says, 12 years later. And it just has someone sitting at the doctor and they go, AIDS?
Oh.
It's realistic, you see.
Was it dormant for that long?
Yes!
Okay. Character flaws are
sometimes
sometimes
why it's
introduced.
super fucking scary, is because now
Ooh,
it's,
yeah.
who knows where it's gone. But yeah. Anyway.
Oof, intense sweating from dead palate. Character flaws are sometimes introduced to protagonists, including but not limited to drug use or dependency, bigotry. Whoa, what is that? What is that, Slimebeast?
I love me some bigotry.
No,
I like the implications of that.
Harvey, can you read the next bit?
Neglect and abusive behavior.
And emotional disorders, where these would not be expected based on characters' backgrounds.
Nope.
Would be unexpected based on characters' backgrounds.
But yeah, I love the implication of bigotry. The implication of bigotry, by the way, is going to be my next novel, my autobiography. But I love the implication of bigotry because just cartoon characters or just comedic characters just being extremely bigoted, for some reason I find that very funny.
What's the opening to that book of yours? I know you've probably read The Audacity of Hope, but let me tell you, the implication of bigotry is a wonderful follow-up.
That's right. The foreword is written by Barack Obama, which is weird. I'm a really good agent, I guess.
If you haven't read my book, you probably should.
Yep.
It's a lot better than this one. And that's just it.
He's just like,
fuck this guy.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Won't pay me $50.
If I don't write this forward for this book, he's gonna ruin it for me.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Test log RPC 753. Subject: The Jetsons, Season 1, Episode 3, The Flying Car, 1962, TV 7. Result: the episode proceeds normally until 3 minutes. Wow. 3 minutes, 21 seconds in, when the family attempt to travel somewhere in their flying car. A malfunction causes the flying car to descend to ground level and is rendered inoperable. George is able to contact emergency responders, but is informed that it is too dangerous to rescue them. Okay.
Do you want to finish out this, the Jetsons?
Oh,
sure,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
The family is forced to wander the desolate ruins of a society that sometime before the setting of the series was destroyed by an unspecified disaster. This is an episode of Harvey Birdman. Those who could not escape died, some quickly from fire and concussive force, some slowly from starvation or from a mysterious sickness. Their bodies remain in their ruined homes and workplaces.
Can I ask
Go
you
ahead.
something? Is that the theme song to Harvey Birdman?
No.
This is an episode of Harvey Birdman. That's it.
I wish, but they actually have a very good theme. So.
Birdman. Harvey Birdman.
He's a modern age Harvey Birdman.
That should have been the intro for the episode where the Flintstones were on. Or the Jetsons, rather. Elroy disturbs something in the ruins and kicks up some dust and later sickens and dies. Rosie, the maid, suffers sporadic but cumulative malfunctions and shuts down entirely. The rest of the family experience increasing fatigue, nausea, and hair loss. Toward the end of the episode, it's probably radiation, Judy realizes that the family is suffering from radiation sickness. Called it. Note none.
Alright, so that's lost episodes and after people. Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep continuing to steal from me. Thank you.
Yeah.
He said jokingly, though nobody will get it. Subject, nobody outside this call. Subject, Alice in Wonderland, 1951, G. So rated G. Result, film diverges when Alice Little consumes psilocybin
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mushrooms found growing along a garden path. Thereafter, narrative POV shifts frequently between Alice's perception, which largely mirrors the original film, albeit with more disturbing imagery, and an objective POV revealing that Alice is wandering through the Whitechapel district of London in a hallucinatory haze. Hello, love. Seems you've wandered away from home. Could you do with a bit of abusing?
RV,
Is that
you're not allowed in here. Please leave.
You called me in before. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Is Alice's last name Liddell?
Yeah, Little
Little.
Alice.
So, like, is she a descendant of Chuck Liddell? Is
Yes.
Chuck Liddell a descendant of Alice?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Was Alice a mixed martial arts fighter?
Okay, Matt Pat. Okay, calm the fuck down. I need content.
Is
Help me.
Alice?
Good?
Nothing.
Okay.
He's the Cheshire Cat purple guy.
Jesus Christ. The White Rabbit of the film is revealed to be a similarly dressed Whitechapel resident pursued, to his distress, by the clearly deranged child. So this is another person just being chased around by Alice?
I guess, yeah. She's going crazy.
The Eat Me cake and Drink Me vial are actually t-shirts worn by... vial are trash Alice finds in a gutter. All right.
Awesome.
The effects they have on Alice in her hallucinatory POV cause her severe emotional distress. Note, none.
They don't cause her to, like, immediately throw the fuck up, because...
What do we think the Eat Me cake and the Drink Me vial were, if they're found in the trash? Was the vial just like an old heroin syringe or something?
Probably
yes.
like, yeah, I don't know, old meat pies. People.
Old meat pies.
Yeah, basically, Alice in Wonderland has stumbled into Sweeney Todd.
Subject Samurai Jack, the premiere movie 2001, TV 7. Result, singular. Overall, oh my god.
Overall, after all, overall, oh my god. Yes.
There is a higher level of graphic violence taking place throughout the movie, with scenes featuring disembowelment, decapitation, and the loss of limbs. Explicit language is rarely used and ranges from hell to fuck. Overall, the art style and production value is closer to the 2007 revival, which aired on Adult Swim.
Nope.
However, revival?
2007?
2017. Jesus.
I'm gonna do that extra hard now.
However, cinematography appears to take direct influence from directors of samurai films and westerns such as Akira Kurosawa. Note, after initial viewing, junior researcher Edwards has requested to test the remainder of the first season's content. Permission was granted. That's great.
He
They're
thinks
like,
it's pretty epic, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. Okay,
Can we,
this is epic.
Can we get Phil Lamar to do the Samurai Jack voice and just start screaming hell and fuck? Because that would be hilarious to me.
Yes. So far, I haven't seen any bigotry, which is kind of making me sad.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Little did you know, if you want your own Samsung reverse censor box, be one of the first 100 people to comment your own test subject movie down below. Just write it out.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say post your own bigoted comment. I was like, what?
If you are an alpha white or identify as an alpha white, write in for your free
man.
Samsung reverse censorship box.
And remember, don't blame us for all of this. This is just the RPC, man. That's what they're all about.
Those sincerely.
Now, Cletus, I've saved the best shit for us. You just got to file it under alpha white. Remember that. Should be easy. Alpha white.
Oh, God.
Is that like, that's got to be like some alt-right YouTubers like, it's like, if you want 20% off on LegalZoom.com, enter the code AlphaWhite.
LegalZoom.com, by the way, Abysmii's employer, where he is a lawyer.
Wrong. I would never work for LegalZoom.
But do sincerely put your ideas for things that the reverse censorship box could uncensor in the comments below.
Sometimes I feel bad for this headcanon we've established for the RPC because they seem like perfectly lovely people, but it's just too funny. Can't stop doing it.
So I have found Alpha White on YouTube. Looks to be a small child. And his description is, "Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Alpha White, and you are watching a channel which gets through all comedy, reactions, and news from YouTube. I will even create some more efficient videos in the coming weeks. So stay tuned to join the Alpha community by subscribing and dropping a like on all my vids."
Oh,
and he has one video up from 4 months ago.
Well, there's also Alpha White skincare products.
Yeah.
Alpha White granite.
I'm sure Alpha White skincare products are used by Asian women because they have a weird obsession with whiteness in skin.
Oh, we have also Alpha White Male and Alpha White Fang, which I didn't even think the furry community probably is.
Oh, absolutely.
Alpha White Fang, yeah.
Hitler
Okay.
was a furry. We all know this.
So, Alpha White Male, it seems like a lot of his video likes are on clips from the movie Major Payne.
What the fuck?
Oh, and people getting beaten by police officers. Okay, we're closing that.
Well, now it's not funny anymore.
All right,
Anyway,
so
Isn't it?
there's one more left.
And Behind the Sun.
oh yeah, Men Behind the Sun, 1988, R for pirate. Result, output is nearly identical to the original film, just over 1 hour and 28 minutes into the film as the members of Unit 731 are evacuating the Pingfan facility and destroying all evidence of their war crimes. Two soldiers find that a Chinese Maruda has written a message on the wall of his cell in his own blood. Cool. The message is in Chinese, and in the original film contains 2 lines reading...
Oh, DP, do you want to read that for us? You know these characters, right?
That vaguely translates into Hitler did nothing wrong.
There's the bigotry, folks.
Loosely. It's
Elias,
Japanese imperialism. I don't know why I did a racist Japanese accent
Elias,
to say down with Japanese imperialism.
Elias, bleep out everything offensive there.
It was all of it. All of that was.
Just redact the shit out of that.
So, 2 lines reading, "Down with Japanese imperialism" and "Long live the Chinese nation." In the film, as reinterpreted through RPC 753, the lines read, "This one's not bad," and "The Academy of True Art" in English. There are no other changes to the film.
God damn
Note,
it.
further contributions to R-rated films by Authority, Go, I, the Academy of True Art are currently being investigated. Okay.
So, the machine has written messages in the movie saying, this movie's not bad, and the Academy of True Art.
Have you guys clicked the link yet?
I have.
Oh, there's an addendum, okay. Is this me now? Oh, wait.
Yep.
Have
Okay.
fun.
Ah, fucking hell, are you kidding me?
Yep. I'm not.
Subject, Flex Tape commercial, January 31st, 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. And by got him, I mean we can put flex tape in the metadata.
We are 2 years behind this meme, but by God, we're gonna do it.
Behind the memes on VH1. Yeah, so if anybody heard any, quick little sound, it's because I opened the video. The video continues normally until 1 minute and 30... God damn it. See,
you did it now.
See, this is why.
Okay. They are inconsistent with how they phrase time.
Yeah. This is... Okay, I'm going to read it normally so everybody listening to this gets why. The video continues normally until 1.03 minutes in. That's why I had trouble with that. At this point, Phil Swift begins to perform increasingly more disturbing actions in order to test the strength of flex tape. First, Phil Swift entirely covers a child in 4 layers of tape. Of the tape, you see. Phil watches silently as the child squirms on the ground, unable to breathe. The child eventually ceases movement, and Phil Swift remarks, "Flex tape is completely air resistant." I don't think air resistant. I think it would be airtight.
Yeah.
Next.
It repels air away from it.
It's airphobic. Look out.
Next, Phil Swift travels to a zoo. The entire journey is recorded in the video with a 3-hour car ride. Oh my god. The commercial includes a 3-hour car ride. Oh, this is just a Rick and Morty sketch. Once Phil reaches the zoo, he enters the chamber containing an unidentified species of monkey. Phil Swift then takes a large butcher's knife out from behind his back, which he uses to cut a large gash in the abdomen of the monkey, profuse bleeding beginning. The monkey begins to scream and attempts to get away, but Phil Swift tapes down the arms and legs of the money. It actually says money. Keeping it in place. Not Money the monkey! Phil Swift then places several layers of flex tape over the gash, stopping the bleeding, yes?
Money, the unidentified species of monkey.
Well, it'd probably be worth a lot.
So, is flex tape completely blood resistant? The monkey stops moving, likely due to death. Phil Swift begins to speak.
No, it was likely due to the flex tape. God.
Yeah.
Come on.
Phil Swift begins to speak. And that is how... The screen cuts to black, abruptly, just after a security guard can be seen approaching Phil from the background. Note, the zoo in the video does not seem to exist. Neither the zoo nor any roads he travels on have been found. Nor does Phil Swift. Doesn't exist.
But isn't it supposed to make things more realistic? So
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Flex tape takes place in this world. Why wouldn't there be an actual zoo that they actually visit?
I sawed this monkey in half.
Alright, here's...
That's great, Abysmii. Thank you for your contribution.
I did it. I did the meme.
Abysmii, we're gonna need a sketch for the end of one of these episodes. Do you think you can produce something? Sure. I sawed this monkey in half. Okay.
Print. Cut print.
Roll to plugs, I guess.
My name's Abysmii. I'm a lawyer, and I'm going to saw this monkey in half.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abysmii. This is my monkey. His name is Money. But here's
YouTubers react to Abysmii sawing monkeys in half.
Somebody call Medicare about that. Okay, anyway, so this last one here, you brought up a very good point that it should make things more realistic. It's not making it more realistic or gritty or adult to just have him randomly killing people. I think if I were writing this, I'm going to do that stupid thing again about injecting my own bullshit in. If I were writing this, I would just have it be that he's fixing things with flex tape and it doesn't fix it and there's calamity.
This last one feels very tacked on compared to the first 3 or 4. It kind of goes off the deep end in not a good way and just feels like typical Lost episode tropes.
I would say something Oh, go ahead.
That is what's cool about this, though, is it does facilitate, like, hey, write a Lost episode, which is why I'm telling people to do it in the comments below. But it's cool that you can just, use this ad hoc justification for making a Lost episode thing.
Right.
This last one, though, is just not consistent with what the other ones were doing.
Yeah.
It does feel like it was written by somebody else.
I would have just said he tries to fix a boat with flex tape. It sinks, and he drowns.
And then
it cuts to a studio where something is broken, and it just lays there on the desk, and nobody fixes it. Because he's just gone.
It breaks in the middle of the fucking bayou, and alligators come out of the water.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that guy test out the the ladder thing, and, he falls and busts his ass?
No.
Probably.
It's like an infomercial, and the guy's testing out this new arching ladder thing. It's and it just works. It locks in place. Boom! Just falls and eats shit.
Jeez.
It's funny as hell.
Buy it for your enemies.
Anything else to say about RPC 753?
It seems like an interesting concept that was done in 2012.
It does, but I don't have any problem with people kind of taking something and rewriting it. It is original,
right?
In that regard,
I wish it had stayed true to what it said though about sexual content and bigotry, because I want it to push those envelopes and do something that's so shocking that you can't help but be like, oh my god, that's so funny, because it's just outlandish and crazy. And I don't mean cutting monkeys in half.
Yeah, let's take out the last one about flex tape, which is pretty clearly a meme, and I think we all we have the consensus that that's written by somebody else. But we only have 3 examples, and so if we had more examples, then maybe that might help out.
We had 4, but 2 of them are so forgettable.
4.
I would actually get rid of Samurai Jack and Men Behind the Sun. Yes! I would get rid of that because it's just like, it's the same show, but he says hell and fuck.
It's a little weak, yeah.
In terms of description, sure, but it's just like, the description of it's inspired by Western films and like has classic cinematography, and then the guy's just like, can we watch the rest of this shit? That I like. That, I think, is where the personality of that part is.
Okay, that we can keep that if it moves to the end of the list. Like, it's the last one, it's the stinger at the end. And we get rid of Men Behind the Sun and put in something else that includes the more outlandish stuff that wasn't touched upon yet. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right. Because I want to see something like, it's an episode of Seinfeld. Oh, no, wait, actually, it's an episode of Friends, but they don't live in these nice apartments. They're actually living on the street, and, so on and so forth, and just cut in all the outlandish bullshit like that, and, Chandler makes a joke about something, but it's actually incredibly racist. Something
they
really
all
silly.
work at that same cafe they always go to, but they're the employees. Mm-hmm. They have to watch other people. They have to watch other people be rich and like have hilarious hijinks.
They all sit around in Central Park, holding coffee cups and talking, but people passing by drop money in their cups because they're all begging.
Help us with our liberal art degrees.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they how the opening theme song, there's like the water fountain and they're all dancing around the water fountain.
Yes.
What if one of them jumps in and impales themselves on one of the water spouts?
The fountain just turns red. Yeah. See, I thought what you were going to say is during the opening, instead of dancing in the fountain, they're bathing in it, washing
but
themselves
the same
with newspaper.
theme song is still playing.
Yes. Oh man. Anyway,
SCP-1059. Item number SCP-1059, object class, Euclid, special containment procedures, documents known to be written by personnel infected with SCP-1059 or to be rewritten by uninfected researchers. I don't know why I'm doing this, but...
You want to take a breather to exercise Matt Pat out of there?
Personnel known to be infected with SCP-1059 are to be treated with counter-mimetic therapy and removed from duty until they are shown no further signs of infection. They are to afterwards be monitored for signs of relapse. Individuals outside the Foundation found to be carrying SCP-1059 are to be treated with Class A amnestics if practical or otherwise removed from positions where they can potentially infect others. Descriptions: SCP-1059 turns you into a clone of MatPat.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I think we need to apply some amnestics to DP and start over. What do you think of Abysmii?
Is DP purple guy?
Does DP have a purple guy?
Description: SCP-1059 is a mimetic compulsion to hide, censor, or otherwise obscure information when communicating with others. It is most prevalent in those already dealing with classified or sensitive material.
Uh-huh.
Infected subjects will, when conveying information, find that apparently random pieces of information will seem disproportionately important.
Mm-hmm.
This information will be treated as though it is at the highest level of classification the writer is familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
They will do so even after the information has been shown to be relatively harmless or even vital to those reading the resulting material.
So all three of us are picking up on what this is, right?
A little bit, yeah.
DP?
What's the deal?
What don't you see in this SCP article that is usually in all SCP articles? Nothing in this article is...
Containment.
No.
Oh, wait, no, that's the first thing.
Nothing in this article is redacted.
Oh, yeah.
This is the behavior that makes all the SCP researchers redact everything. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
SCP-1059 is spread by reading infected material or discussion with infected individuals. Those most at risk are those still learning classification procedures. Infection can be easily prevented by maintaining a solid grounding in the rules and regulations governing classified material within the organization. You noobs, stop redacting things. SCP-1059 was discovered at the National Security Agency, the NSA, when a discrepancy was noticed by Agent Jameson, a Foundation operative embedded in NSA headquarters in Fort Meade, Maryland. None of that redacted. Documents originating from certain offices were being classified at top secret regardless of their actual content. After other possible causes were ruled out, further investigation showed several individuals were infected with a previously unknown mimetic agent, which was eventually designated SCP-1059.
Huh.
Cool.
I like this. This is pretty cool. It seems like
Very clever.
a little bit of it seems like institutional critique, like they're making fun of the institution of the SCP Foundation.
Yeah.
Addendum 1059-1. Improper handling of infectious materials led to an outbreak of SCP-1059 within the Foundation. It has been difficult to track thus far, and full audit of Foundation documents and staff is pending. So far, 17 fatalities can be directly attributed to vital information expunged from containment procedures.
Nice.
People dying because they didn't know what to do because it's blacked out.
That's great. Addendum 1059-2, this document has been demonstrated signs of SCP-1059 infection and has been expanded to meet Foundation standards. Please see document SCP-1059-A for previous version.
Okay, nobody has clicked this yet, right?
I just did.
Fuck you, Abysmii. Okay, well, there goes any drama as I now click this, and yep, there it is. Alright. So this is we expand the old version of this very article, and it's Abysmii's turn now, I believe?
Yeah. Do we want to read the whole thing or just say what's been redacted?
Okay, so we could just say it's the same article, but with stuff redacted, so.
Yeah, there's a redacted, data expunged, the familiar black boxes.
Are to be treated with redacted and removed from duty until they show no signs of infections. They are afterwards to be data expunged. SCP-1059 is to be data expunged. Censor or otherwise redacted information. SCP-1059 is spread by redacted. Infection can easily be prevented by data expunged.
Improper handling of infected materials led to data expunged.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Well,
damn.
I like this one better, actually.
Yeah, it's not that the first one was a bad idea. This one's execution is just so clever and meta to the entire SCP.
Yeah, I loved
It's
the
like-
idea of the original one.
The
All.
the idea of the SCP-1059 is kind of like the episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they're making fun of the fact that they never get picked for the awards.
Yeah, that's true.
And so like this is making fun of the SCP Foundation, and thus I like it.
Do we think it could be expanded, or do we think it's best to just leave it as is?
I think it's best as is. Just keep it short and simple. Keep it simple, stupid kiss. I think that I like RPC 753 a little bit more than you guys do, but I like the idea of just this is an excuse to write lost episodes. It's just kind of unfortunate that the flex tape thing misses the point, and the Men Behind the Sun thing really doesn't expand on it in any meaningful way.
I feel like, as you said, it's something that anybody can contribute to, so I definitely feel that the flex tape thing was by a different author.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I haven't looked at it or anything like that, but I feel so comfortable in that I would just assert that without even checking. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that you could take it in a lot more directions, but no, I enjoyed both of these. They were both pretty cool.
But if you had to pick a winner, DP, who would it be?
That's hard to say because they are attempting dramatically different things. I think SCP-1059 is probably the better entry.
Yeah.
I personally like 753 a little bit more. I like the bit about the Jetsons. I like the bit about Samurai Jack. I think that those are clever ideas. I think that just personally, I gravitate to that. But I think that SCP-1059 is objectively better written. It's clever, and I appreciate it for that.
All right, so both of you have voted pro censorship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. All right, so why don't you just go
Well,
move to the European Union, you Article 13 loving fucking
Ooh, ouch.
imperialists. Internet
Ouch.
imperialists.
I used to play bass for Internet Imperialists. SCP-1059 is actually a censorship device that the SCP Foundation is actively fighting.
Every day, and they can't contain it because every entry except this one has redactions on it, so it's
Please.
like widespread infection at this point.
If any SCP fans out there who are like well versed in the Foundation and everything know about it, if they could send me an SCP Foundation an SCP entry, if it exists, that is talking about the overuse of the writing crutch that is amnestics, please send it my way, because the amnestics thing is really kind of obnoxious in my opinion. Of like, oh, we can just make anyone have amnesia.
What I know that this is kind of an interesting reference, quote unquote interesting, but do you think they have like that dude from Harry Potter who would just like make people forget shit and then say he did it? Like, do you think they have that in the SCP Foundation where somebody's like, Eureka, I've cracked, the answer on SCP-173, and then somebody goes, amnestics. Okay, so I came up with the idea of how to stop SCP-173.
I was thinking, potentially, if I ever wrote an RPC entry, this is just my idea, and it's a very vague one. What if imagine, just set yourself in this scenario. You're traveling for business, you're by yourself, you retire for the night to your hotel room, and you hear a knock at the door. And then you look out the little peephole, and there's a very attractive woman who is very scantily clad, and you answer the door, and she's like, hey, I'm the escort you ordered. And so this prostitute just shows up at your door that you didn't order, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? And then you have sex with her, and then she steals a memory. And then they try and contain her, and it turns out that she's just been stealing memories from random dudes by having sex with them. And the memories that she's stealing aren't a bunch of like very important memories. They're not like deaths and births and weddings and stuff like this, or sweet 16s, or all the moments, you losing your virginity, blah blah blah, all the cool stuff. They're just like random things. It's like, oh, this one time I lit a cigarette and it was cold outside. And it's like, why are you stealing that? And it's like, I've been around for centuries. I don't want any of those memories anymore. I want the memories I don't have. So they've run out of collecting all of those popular memories. And now they're just trying to fill out their mind with junk information.
I would be behind that RPC article, or whatever you would call it, entry. If you end it by saying that there's an update to containment procedure because guards, for some reason, keep forgetting the code to the door.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hello, Governor. It's me, Harvey Bickle, professional child abuser. If you have a spoilt brat, a tot what don't like to follow the rules, or a sass-talking urchin with an heart of gold, just ring Harvey Bickle and I'll set 'em straight. I specialise in physical abuse, slapping, shoves, cigar burns.
Okay, that's enough.
Slimebeast, this is an intervention.
Slimebeast? Not sure who that is, mate.
We're here because we care about you. This isn't a real sketch going at the end of an episode of the Fear Fiction Podcast.
We set this up specifically to have a talk with you about these characters of yours.
They're getting more and more outlandish.
Offensive.
Edgelordy? Is that a word?
Now listen here, you bleeding reprobates. I'm Harvey Bickle, A simple, possibly cockney bloke trying to make an honest living.
How is child abuse an honest living?
Don't feed into the character. We'll be here all night.
Well, you see, it's a bit of a family business. My dad was abusive, and his dad was abusive, and his dad was Jack the Bloody Ripper and whatnot.
Great, you gave him an opening to extend the lore.
Now, if you're after psychological abuse, then I'm probably not your man. I mean, I can tell your kid he's funny looking, I suppose.
DP, get the solvent and bucket. It's time for Slam to go back into the freezer for a while. Elias, cut to the plugs. Now.
Boo, you know Elias. His parents are two of my best customers. Hammers. Need a nail in something? Use a hammer. Need a nail out of something? Use the other end of a hammer. Hammers can kill intruders. Hammers can help you intrude and kill homeowners. Hammers are multi-purpose. They're good for anything you need. Hammers. Crush your nuts with a hammer. Sue the hammer maker. I don't know. Fucking go crazy. Shove a hammer up your ass. Handle first, preferably.
Chelsea's
where's this going?
Chelsea smashed my nuts with a hammer yesterday. Funny story.
Chelsea's grandfather has, and I'm not making this up. This is going to sound like he internet story. Has hammered his nuts to chairs on 3 separate occasions.
On purpose?
Okay.
Or
No.
okay.
Has nailed his nuts. Just doing some naked carpentry. Hammered.
What?
Took a nail, hammered his nuts to chairs on 3 separate occasions. He just gets drunk, does naked carpentry, and it happens.
That's exactly what happened to Jesus.
I could see like naked whittling maybe, but carpentry's complicated. God damn.
Nail my nuts to a chair once. Shame on the hammer.
Nail my nuts to the sofa.
nail my nuts to the chair a second time. Shame on the nail.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 times? You think you would get the picture that that's not a good thing to do.
So the 3rd time, the hammer looks at him and says, "You're not here for the carpentry, are you?"
No.
I imagine on the 3rd time he nails his nuts and then passes out from the mixture of intoxication and pain, and then like someone comes in and goes like, "Grandpa, wake the fuck up." He wakes up and goes, "Ah, hell, not again."
All right, firemen carry him out of the chair. Oh. Oops.
Well, here's what I don't get. Like, if you want, there's like a bit on Family Guy when like Quagmire, the pervert, gets his dick stuck in a window, and he calls the fire department, and he's like, Yep, it's stuck again. And it's like, haha, funny joke. He keeps getting his dick stuck in windows. This is literally that joke in real life, but worse.
But real and not funny. Oh boy.
Weird. You took that in a weird direction.
It's
I just wanted to do a PSA for hammers. But fine.
Well, PSAs are important and often deal with serious issues. And
yeah, it's true.
Chelsea's grandfather nailing his nuts to a chair during drunk carpentry is a serious issue.